Well, hello everybody from my basement here. Yeah, I would like to be at the shop right now, but I think we're just gonna go with this for now because that's what we can all do together. Thanks for coming, and yeah, I don't know. I was gonna just start how we normally start in general. Hopefully, you all can hear me. And the chat window is over here. Let's see, I'm going to test it and see if it will work. Let's see if that's going to go. It's showing up here on mine, so hopefully you all can see me. If something that's not working, go ahead and just say, hey, we need sound or something like that. Hopefully it will show up and work. And let's see, go like this. And hopefully that's gonna work. Sorry, first time doing this, so I don't really know what to expect or if I'm doing it right. So I'm just gonna get tuned up here. Hopefully you can all tune at home. I don't know, sometimes I was feeling like, well, maybe people would want to use their headphones or something to try to play along, and maybe that would work. I don't know. So how we do it at the shop is, over at Blackbird, is we sit in a circle and we all play together and do a couple tunes and kind of do requests around the circle. And we always leave a little bit of time for some soloing in there and some people to lead differently. Unfortunately, we've tried a little bit with some Zoom streaming and trying to play together, and it kind of works a little bit, but it's really hard for people to be able to play and lead in that situation. So what we've been doing is, well, what we thought was like, well, let's just try a live stream and see if that works. So here we are. And I've got the Parking Lot Pickers book, which I think most of you, if you're familiar or have come to our jams before, you probably have it. There it is, the Parking Lot Pickers book. So I'll be working from that. And the first one I have up here is Wabash Cannonball. So if you want to take a moment and try to find that in your jam book, you can see if you can play along. If you don't have a jam book, you can play and try to follow my chords. I'm going to be playing in the key of G. And the melody starts on a D note. So that's your starting note for the melody if you're trying to play melody with it. But yeah, I'm going to give folks a few more moments to get to their page. We're doing the Wabash Cannonball. Feel free, if you want, to pop in a request or two on the chat in the side from the Parking Lot Pickers book, or I've got a fiddle tune book here, and I was gonna do a couple of fiddle tunes out of that tonight too. Granger's fiddle tune for guitar, so we might do a couple of those as well. All right, well, here we go. Let's try this. We'll do the Wabash Cannonball. If you're not getting any sound or anything, just let me know in the chat. I think I have it all set up correctly, but I don't know. It's my first time doing this, and I already sent out a wrong link, so I'm trying to just make it. But let me know in the chat window if you can't see anybody or can't hear anything. Yeah, I'll try to get it corrected. But let's try Wabash Cannonball. Here we go. Starting in the key of G. 1, 2, 3. From the great Atlantic Ocean to the wide Pacific Pacific shore. From the queen of flowing mountains to the southland by the shore. She's mighty tall and handsome and known quite well by all. She's a regular combination of the Wabash Cannonball. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the mountains to the southland by the shore. She's mighty tall and handsome and known quite well by all. Regular combination of the Wabash Cannonball. She came down from Birmingham one cold December day. As she pulled into the station, you could hear all the people say, "There's a girl from Tennessee. She is long and she is tall. She came down from Birmingham on the Wabash Cannonball." Chorus. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. The eastern states are dandy, so the people always say. From New York to St. Louis and Chicago by the way. From the hills of Minnesota where the rippling waters fall. No changes can be taken on the Wabash Cannonball. Chorus and then solo. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Solo. C and D. G. C, D. Chorus. Listen to the jingle, the rumble and the roar, as she glides along the woodlands through the hills and by the shore. Hear the mighty rush of the engine, hear the lonesome hobo squall. You're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Say what? You're traveling through the jungle on the Wabash Cannonball. Nice. Well, there we go. I was going to try to do that as we have the little solo there and then kind of go through at the end so you can have a chance to play along and see if that works for you. I don't know how easy it is to be able to play along with that, but let me know in the test or in the chat or the feedback. You can always send us an email too if there's something. I hope I'm not playing too fast or anything, but we'll just try it and see if we can do it. So we'll give everyone a chance to do a solo in there and maybe a few extras in some more of these as I play them. Let's do I'll Fly Away next. Let's try that one. See if it will work for us. It's page 118 in the picking book there. So I'll let you all kind of get that set up there and you can try it. Yeah, looks like Stanley Brothers, Oh Brother Where Art soundtrack, Osborne Brothers, Dillards, and Kay Calick. All right, so I'll Fly Away. This is another one in the key of G, and we've got our starting note is the B note there on the second string on my guitar there. But if you're going to get to your melody or your solo, that's where you'd be playing for that part. So let's give it a shot here. I'm going to play through the melody once so you can get a little chance to play that as well if you want. So we're starting on the 1 beat in the book here. So see if you can play along with me. I'm going to go nice and slow. From the start, on the B note. Just the melody. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some flat. 2, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 2. Here's the chorus. 2, 3. 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3. Nice. All right, let's try it with the chords, and I'll sing a little bit. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Some glad morning when this life is o'er, I'll fly away to a home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. Verse 2 and then a solo. When the shadows of this life have gone, I'll fly away. Like a bird from these prison walls, I'll fly. I'll fly away. Chorus. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. All right, try that solo. Here you go. C. Back to G. D. Back to G. Chorus. will never end. I'll fly away. Chorus. I'll fly away. Oh, glory. I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, by and by, I'll fly away. I realize that you can't see my foot, so maybe I'll try to stick it up there so you can see it when it's time to stop. But that's a little high. I don't want to fall off my chair, so that wouldn't be good. But anyways, if you can give me a couple requests in the chat. It says that it's unable to go into chat, so I'm gonna see. Maybe I don't have something activated. But if you've got participants, let's see. Yeah, you've got a chance. Let me see. Maybe I don't have it activated. It's possible. I thought I had said yes to chat, but can anyone see the chat there? Go ahead and throw out a request if you can try it. I'll just keep doing a few more in the meantime, but if you think of something that you want to try, throw it in there. Maybe it's not letting us connect to chat because I didn't, it's possible I didn't get it activated. But throw one in there if you can. I'd love to get a request or two, and we'll keep playing in the meantime. Let's see. How about Going Down the Road Feeling Bad? That's another one that we always play. Page 80 in the guitar book. Let's try that one. Going Down the Road Feeling Bad. Let's see if we can do that. I think we'll stick that solo in again on between, let's say, verses 2 and 3. And I think we'll probably just cut it off at verse 3, so we won't go through the whole song. But that'll give you a chance to do a little solo. And if you really just want to work on your soloing, you're not going to get in the way of me singing the words at all because I can't hear you. So if you want to just play some solos, if you've got a violin at home or something like that where you want to work on the melody, just play it loud, and you can kind of play along with me as I sing if you want. That's fine. You can also work on your chopping. If you got a violin, you can chop in those off beats. Chop, chop, chop. Mandolin too, same spot. Chop, chop. So here we go. Let's try this next one. See if we can play that. Page 80. Going Down the Road. Here we go. Oh, it looks like it starts with the chorus. So let's start there. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. These $2 shoes hurt my feet. These $2 shoes hurt my feet. These $2 shoes hurt my feet, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Chorus. I'm going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad, Lord, Lord, and I ain't gonna be treated this way. Verse 2, here it comes. They feed me on that cornbread and beans. They feed me on cornbread and beans. They feed me on cornbread and beans, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. Chorus and then a solo. Here we go. Going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad. I'm going down this road, feeling bad, Lord, Lord. And I ain't gonna be treated this way. Here's that solo. Take it away. Well, I hope that's working okay out there for you all. It's a little tricky here because I don't know exactly how it's working, but I hope it's going well. And you're enjoying yourself, playing a little bit of music in your living room, somewhere nice and cozy tonight. I didn't think I would be doing this a few weeks ago, but here we are, and I'm happy to have you there. Playing along in some way. We were just out on the porch this evening and playing a few tunes before I came down here. We've been doing that every night around 6 o'clock and having some fun, just sharing some music with the neighbors. And it's been a lot of fun. So we've played a lot in G, so let's move along to something else here. Maybe, let's see. Everything just keeps coming up G here. Let's try. Oh, there we go. Well, maybe not quite. Throw me a request or two if you want there. I don't know if you can do it. Go for it. Let's try In the Pines. That's in the key of D, 3/4 time. So we can try that. That's a couple curveballs at once. In the Pines, page 121 in the Pickin' book. We'll do another one out of this book, and then maybe we'll hit the Fiddle Tune book for a couple songs there. I'm not exactly sure how to do that one yet, but what we'll probably do is I'll just play the melody a bunch of times, and you can practice playing along. If you have a copy of the music, I'll give you a little bit of time to see if you can search something up on the internet as well. And we might be able to do a couple fiddle tunes that way. But hopefully you have some of your fiddle tune music along with you, or you have a resource to play along with me if you want. So let's try In the Pines here, see how that goes. Key of D, so we've got D's and G's. If you're following my chords on the guitar, there's the D and there's the G and then there's the A, or the A7 here. a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Again, we've got verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Let's throw the solo in there. Let's maybe go through the solo twice. So we'll play through it, the whole song, verse, chorus on the solo, and then we'll do verse, chorus, and go out there on the last verse. All right, here we go. Our starting note, we got that F sharp in there. It's the F sharp that we're starting with in the book. And you might have to watch out for a C sharp because it's in the key of D, but I don't see any. So you're in the clear there, no C sharps. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The longest train I ever saw went down that Georgia line. The engine passed at 6 o'clock. The cab went by at 9. In the pines where the sun never shines, and you shiver when the cold winds blow. I asked my captain for the time of day. He said he'd thrown his watch away. It's a long steel rail and a short cross tie. I'm on my way back home. In the pines where the sun never shines, and I shiver when the cold winds blow. Here comes that melody. Take it away. Again. Verse 3. Little girl, what have I done? Makes you treat me so. You caused me to weep, you caused me to mourn, you caused me to leave my home. In the pines where the sun never shines, and I shiver when the cold winds blow. Do that chorus one more time. In the pines, where the sun never shines, and we shiver when the cold winds blow. Nice. There we go. In the pines. Excellent. Well, let's go over to the fiddle tune book, and we'll do a couple out of there, maybe one or two, and see. Yeah, I guess I didn't get that live chat right because it doesn't seem to be working. But if anyone keep trying to get through, maybe you can send a You could also send it to the Blackbird email address. Actually, I could check that real briefly, and if you've got a request there, I can play that from the Blackbird email account. So I'm going to bring that up. If you don't have any requests, we're going to try Liberty. So if you have Liberty at home, try to pull that one out and we'll give it a shot. One of the things about this one is the A part, I think, is a lot of fun to play. It's in the key of D. I think the A part's a lot of fun to play. The B part's fun too. It's just a little more complicated. Russ at the shop, he says you've always got to have an emergency version of a tune ready to go. So what we'll do is we'll play through a couple of times through both parts, A and B, and then we'll give you a chance to develop your emergency version if you want. I'll just play the chord progression through twice after we've practiced the melody a few times. We'll play the chord progression through a couple times, and you can try your own version. See if you can get a couple of the notes together. If you're just trying to play along by ear, I'll play nice and slow. Take your time and try your best with it. It's a little hard to learn, and I'm not sure how it's working out there for people to be able to watch and listen. Hopefully it's going okay, and you're hearing some pretty okay, at least, quality with the guitar and being able to follow things. So I'm going to throw up the Blackbird email real quick while we're finding your sheets for Liberty. And if not, if you're playing at home, it'll be the key of D. If you don't have a sheet, bring up that email, see if there's any requests popping in there, and we can keep it rolling. Oh, there we go. Oh, no requests yet. But let me know if you've got one. I'd love to play somebody's request if they've got one out there for the group. So I'm going to put my capo on for Liberty here. Let's give it a shot. Nice and slow. Thing about this song for me is that it's written in the book as C's, F's, and C's and G's because when it was written in here in Granger's book, he did it in C position when you're playing, which would be capo 2. So I'm going to try to not screw up the chords when I'm announcing them to you as we go into that other section where we'll be playing the melody, and you can try it at your leisure while I'm playing the chord progression. Let's try the melody together now. I'm going to play it real slow. These fiddle tunes go A, A, B, B. So we're going to start on that high A note there. And that's where we'll be starting from our melody there. Nice and slow. And again, if you just try to hit the high points of the melody or the low points of the melody and kind of gauge where those spaces are in the melody as it goes through, and that's how you can kind of start to develop your emergency version. Here we go. I'm going to start on the 4 beat. 1, 2, 3. Repeat. I'll go a little slower. B part. D. little tricky. I'm going to have to make a couple notes in here to make sure I get the right chords. But that's your AABB part. So let's go through it one more time and see if we can do that. And then I will kind of announce the chords. I'm going to see, I don't have a pencil down here. I can make a couple little notes to make sure I'm saying the right chords. But the chord progression for the A part is going to be D. And then it goes to G. And then it goes back to D. And then it goes to A. And then it goes back to D. That's your, so it's D, G, D, A, D. And then your B part chord progression is going to be D. That one's going to be the A, then the D, then the G, then the A, and then the D. So it's D, A, D. That one is your G, sorry. And then it's A. And then back to D. I say one thing and then my fingers want to do the actual chord and I can't because I have to translate it in my head. Here we go. Let's try it again. The same thing, the melody. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. D, G, D, A, D, repeat, D, G, D, A, D, D. A, D, G, A, D, repeat, D, A, D, G, A, D. There we go. There's Liberty. So that's a few times through it. Now, let's do it one more time, kind of together. What we'll do is I'll play that melody one last time. You can try to play it again, and I'll say the chords. And then we'll repeat it. And this time what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll just play the chords. So you can try to do your own emergency version, or if you've got the version in front of you at home, you can try it at home with the chords then. So let's give that a shot and see how it goes. Here we go. Starting with that melody one more time. 1, 2, 3. D, G, D, A, D. Repeat. D, G, D, Let's do it one more time. There you go. Liberty. That one's probably a little bit tricky for sure. So practice it a little bit, and we'll maybe do it again here soon in the next couple weeks, depending on how long we're doing these streams. Hopefully for not too long. I would like to be able to get back into the shop and do some more playing there, because I like seeing everybody and playing music together. But this works for now. I hope it's working for everybody. And let's do one more out of here. I'm going to try to find a nice simple one. Let's try, see if it's in here. I think it is. Yes. Girl I Left Behind Me. Let's start with that one. Girl I Left Behind Me. I think we can try that one. And then we'll play another tune out of the Parking Lot Pickers. And then I've got one other one for you tonight that we can play along with. It's real simple with G's and C's and D's that I think you'll enjoy. But Girl I Left Behind Me, that one is going to be in the key of G. And I won't have to do any fancy translating on this one because it's in the right key for me. So don't need to worry about that capo. I'll take that off. And when we play this one, the chord progression is G, C, G, D, and then it's G, C, D, G. That's the A part. And then the B part I've got here is G for 3 measures, C, D, and then G, C, D, G. So both of the second halves, A part and the B part, are pretty much the same. And you could pretty much play the melody the same for both of those parts. So the second half of both the A and the B part are going to be about the same melody. It's just going to be the first half of the song that's going to change a little bit. So you have to, if you're tuning into the melody, that's the thing you want to be listening for. Trying to get that last half of each A part and B part. So hopefully you've got a copy at home. At some point, maybe we'll get developed enough to be able to put some links in the chat, but we might not be able to do that if the chat's not working. So I'll have to figure that out for next time. Here we go. Let's try it. We're going to start on the G note. Those are your first 6 notes. And it does get a little fancy in spots. But again, think of it as coming up with an emergency version and try to hear some high notes and some low notes in how the melody flows. And then again, try to really work and concentrate on the second half of each part, of the A part and the B part. Everything from the 5th measures on both of those parts is gonna be the same, or you can play it the same way. So let's do again what we did. We'll go A A B B, and then I'll do it again A A B B, and then we'll try some with the chords. Here we go. I'm going to be coming in on the 4 beat. 1, 2, 3. B part. C, D, G. This is part the same. C, D, G. B part again. Repeat. A part. G, C, G, D, G, C, D, G, for a while. C, D, G, C, D, G. Repeat. G for a while. C, D, G, C, D, G. Here comes the chords. All right, so that was good. Nice work, everybody. Hopefully it wasn't too fast, but at least gives you a chance to hear how that melody is supposed to go a few times. And if you're trying it at home, great. Just give it a shot and do your best and try to hit those high spots and guess a little bit. That's okay. Here we go from the top. We're going to play those chords now through twice. A, A, B, B. 1, 2, 3. Oops, sorry. Let's restart that. 1, 2, 3. G and C, da, 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 then a G, and then a D, then a G, and a C, then a D, back to G, then a G, then a C, then a G, and then a D, then a G, then a C, then a D, D, back to G, B part, then a G, D, 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 da, da, Well, I don't know if you caught the foot, if you were still concentrating there on the melody, but hopefully you did. And let's do another one out of the Parking Lot Pickers book. Good work on those. I know those melodies, those can be kind of the hardest things to do sometimes, just picking those up by ear because they're so quick. And the best thing you can do to practice those is just work on those scales a bunch and try to really work on figuring out what's my G scale and what's my C scale, depending on what key you're in. And tonight we did the D and we did the G scale. So those are two you can practice at home if you want. Let's do another one here. I think this one's always a good classic to play, and we usually do it a lot at Jam. Let's do Will the Circle Be Unbroken. We'll play that one together. And this one again is verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. Boy, it'd be great to have somebody else to sing with tonight, but it's just me, so you'll have to put up with that. And we'll make do. I think we'll do that solo after. Let's see. Let's try it after verse 3, and we'll skip verse 2. So I'm just going to go verse, chorus, solo, and then verse, chorus to end it. And you can throw that solo in there if you want. And again, like I said, there's nobody else around you. Maybe somebody else is in the living room with you tonight. But if you're playing by yourself, play that melody all you want because it won't bother me here. Here we go. Verse, chorus, solo, verse, chorus. Will the circle. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's start that again. I gotta get my starts down. So in the book, this one's starting on the verse on counts 3 and 4. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw the hearse come rolling for to carry my mother away. Chorus. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Verse 3. Oh, I follow close behind her, try to hold up and breathe, but I could not hide my sorrow when they laid her in her grave. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, Lord, by and by? There's a better home awaiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Now it's your turn. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. Da, 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 da. sky, Lord, in the sky. Nice. I'm sure that was a pretty good solo that you pulled off there. Nice work. Well, that's always a classic. We've played that one a lot, so I was hoping to play that one with you all tonight. And then there's one more that I've got that I think we're going to try to do a little bit by ear. I'm going to post what I've got here in the chat window. Maybe it'll show up. I don't know. I've been fighting with that, so we'll see. And I'm going to throw it on here. This is the chords that I'll be using. We're going to try The Gambler by Kenny Rogers here because it's a real simple tune that you can play at home. And the website that I just sent on the chat, hopefully it's coming through. I'll give you a few moments to click on it. If it's not coming through, I won't waste too much time. But the original key, I like this version because it just stays in G the whole way through the song. In the original song, it's in a different key. It says E flat, and then he's got a key change that he does in it about halfway through the song. So we're just going to play it all in G, and hopefully you'll just be able to kind of follow my chords if that chat window isn't popping up or anything. Let me make sure that my chords are visible. Looks pretty good. So on the guitar, if you're watching chords at home, this is G, and then C, and then D. So that's how you can watch if you want to play along that way and just see if you can do it by ear. And the song in general, I'm going to go back to it here in my window, is G, C, G, G, C, G, C, G, and then C, G, C, D, G, C, G, C, G, D, G. So it does have a few tricky spots where the D chord kind of floats around a little bit. And that's kind of the same pattern for the chorus. This is just going to kind of go back to back to back to back. So eventually, after playing it through a whole bunch of verses, you'll probably be able to get the hang of it by ear, I'm hoping. But again, it's pretty much the same chord progression for the chorus and the verses the whole way through. So all you have to do is, by the time we get all the way down there, just be listening for those chords and trying to anticipate them a little bit. I'm going to do my auto scroll on this, and hopefully it's going to be at a good pace, but I may kind of break in and out to get to the screen to adjust the auto scroll if it's not going fast enough. So here we go. This will be the last tune for tonight. Yeah, hopefully we can do this again. If you enjoyed it, just let me know. Send me an email or post a note in the chat window if you can. It doesn't look like that's working, so send me an email or something like that, or on Facebook, reach out to us and let us know how it went, and if it was helpful to have it or not. So here's The Gambler. Start my G. I'll give a couple beats intro there. On a warm summer's evening, on a train bound for nowhere, met up with a gambler. We were both too tired to sleep, so we took turns of staring out the window at the darkness till the boredom overtook us. He began to speak. He said, "Son, I've made a life out reading people's faces, knowing what their cards were by the way they held their eyes. And if you don't mind me saying, see you're out of aces, taste of your whiskey, I'll give you some advice." So I handed him my bottle. Drank down my last swallow, G. Bummed me, G, a cigarette. He asked me for a light, D, and the night got deathly quiet, C. His face lost all G expression. Said, I'm gonna play the game, boy. You gotta play it right. You gotta know when to hold 'em, C. Know when to fold 'em, G. C. Know when to G walk away. Know when to run. You never count your money, C. You're sitting at the table, G. C. Time enough for counting, D. When the dealing's done. Now here in the song is where they do the key change, but we're going to stay in G. Here's that G to start verse 4. Now every gambler knows C. Secret to surviving, C. Is knowing what to G throw away, C. Knowing what to D keep, 'cause every hand's a winner, C. Every hand's a loser, C. Best that you can hope for is die in your sleep. Stay on that G for a few seconds. We gotta wait for that auto scroll. Here we go. When he finished speaking, turned back towards the window, crushed out his cigarette, faded off to sleep. Somewhere in the darkness, gambler, he broke even. In his final words, I found an ace that I could keep. You gotta know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em, see. Know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money. You're sitting at the table, there'll be time enough for counting when the dealing's done. One more time, here we go. You gotta know when to hold 'em, see. Know when to fold 'em, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your money when you're sitting at the table. Time enough for counting when the dealing's done. Thank you all for coming tonight. I wish I could still be there at the counter at the shop and say goodnight and hear the bell ring as you all walk out the door and say have a good evening. And I do miss you all, and I'm hoping we can get back to it here soon in the next couple of weeks. But we'll see. For now, I'll plan to be here, I think, for the next jam. That'll be April. It'll be 2 weeks from now. For now, unless I hear no, it didn't work. We can't use it. It's too hard to follow you. Let me know, and I won't do it if it's not working for folks. But if it does, I'll be back here in 2 Tuesdays at least, and we'll do it again with a couple more songs. Thanks all for listening, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun to play kind of with you through the internet, and we'll see you next time. Bye.